10 degrees that sound like they belong to the museum, not a modern university. Imagine spending 4 years in school, 1 year on NYSC, only to end up with a degree that can't even get you a 50k job. This is the reality of a lot of Nigerian graduates. Nigeria's unemployment rate is over 33%. Yet, our universities are still teaching courses that the global job market already abandoned decades ago. So today, let's talk about 10 most outdated university courses. There are actually a whole lot, but let's talk about 10 today. 10 most outdated university courses and why you should avoid them at all costs. My name is God's Gift, and every week I show Nigerian youths and young professionals how to rise above local limitations and grab global opportunities. Many Nigerian youths are stuck in the unemployment queue, not because they are not smart, but because the course they studied is basically useless in 2025. So let's break it down course by course. Number 1, zoology. Let's be honest. Unless you plan on being the next Dr. Dolittle, what are you doing with a zoology degree in 2025? When global careers are moving into AI, biotech, climate tech, you are in the lab studying snakes and monkeys. If you're in a first world country, I'll probably understand. Alternatives, why don't you consider going for environmental science, tech or data analytics in agriculture? Number 2, library and information science. No shades, but in the era of Google, ChatGPT, ebooks, who still needs a traditional librarian degree? Even secondary schools now Google it instead of visiting the library. Let's say I want to use the library for the peace and quiet. Most of these libraries don't even have 24 hours electricity. So these are the alternative courses: digital knowledge management or UX research. 3, philosophy. Yes, it's deep, and yes, it teaches you how to think. But let's keep it real. What is man? Is there God? What is beauty? Socrates up, Aristotle down. It cannot pay your NEPA bills in Nigeria. GTB Bank will not employ you to come and think from morning till night. They employ you for results and value. Most graduates of philosophy in Nigeria, they end up in unrelated jobs. But if you still want to go for philosophy, fine. I advise you combine it with other alternative courses. For example, philosophy with tech ethics, philosophy with policy studies, philosophy with law. Number 4, sociology. This is really a default degree for jam strikers. The Nigerian labor market is not hiring professional social analysts. Globally, sociology works. That is, if you specialize in criminology, social work, data research, policy. But here in Nigeria, nothing for you. 5, history. History is good, but it won't give you job security in Nigeria. I probably end up as a teacher. Even schools don't even value history teacher when they have chemistry, physics, and biology teacher. Who are you? History is almost dead. It's dead, it's good as dead career-wise. Alternative courses, digital diplomacy. Number 6, botany. Botany students, I beg no vex. But in 2025, studying plants without merging it with biotech, agri-tech, or sustainability is a career dead end. Let's move to the next. I don't want to waste my time on that one. 7, political science. Public service announcement. Don't study this course in Nigeria if you don't have someone in politics. The best of students in political science, those with connections, they end up being essays. That's good. If you don't know anybody in politics, no put body. Let's talk about globally. Having a solid political career globally requires specialization in policy, international law, or diplomacy. 8, religious studies. I respect faith. I'm a Christian. Let's be honest, you don't need a 4-year degree to become a pastor. Faith is a calling, not an academic career. But if you want to go that path, I'll suggest an alternative pivot career: theology. 9, mass communication. The traditional mass communication. The media world has moved on. Journalism today is digital, data-driven, and AI-assisted. But Nigerian universities, they are still teaching radio production from the 90s. Alternative courses: digital media, content creation, PR, and data journalism. 10, education, generic education. Teaching is noble, but with AI and digital platforms, the traditional teaching jobs we all know is shrinking. If you study education without adding edtech or online learning design, you're gonna struggle. What are the alternative courses? Educational technology, online learning platforms. There you have it. 10 degrees that sound like they belong to the museum, not a modern university. The world has moved on. If you want to succeed, you have to move with it. 4 years is a whole lot of time to waste studying a useless degree. So which course do you think should be added to the list? I want to know your take. Yes, we all know that a degree does not guarantee success. Skills, global opportunities, and smart career positioning too. If you don't want to miss the next strategy that could change your career, hit the subscribe button and like this video. See you in my next video. See you in the next video.